everybody. Welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local field with global reach. You're watching Out of Bounds with myself, T-Rex, and Marie, waiting on Denise to come on. Her little
Hi,
technical
everybody.
So what you been up to while we waiting on Denise? You've been doing what the nurse been doing? You've been traveling or just chilling?
Just chilling. Yeah, I gave it up for a little bit because of my mom's health, so I'm here with her.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
Those of us who don't have that luxury wish we did, and I'm hoping the best works out for your mom's health because you can't. I don't care what nobody say. You can't replace it. You can't replace it. So my prayers are with you and the family. Hopefully that it works. And,
yeah.
Because, whew, I don't wish that on nobody. I saw a house in Clarksville, though. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, everybody, we'll get started. Oh, there she is. She got a haircut, girl. Look at that haircut. She got it done. Mm-hmm. You thought we wouldn't notice, huh? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Denise, can you hear us?
Denise, no, she must not be able to hear us because she did comment when I said something about that haircut. Oh, she just went away. She couldn't hear. Well, today we're going to talk about demands on ex-spouses. Now, I know I'm a man, and I know everybody thinks I'm going to bash women, but I'm not.
You already started it.
I did start bashing women. I'm just...
Yes, you did. You started it in when we were discussing it. You said ex-wives. You didn't say spouses. We had to change it to spouses because you was determined for it to be the women.
Tell on him, Marie. Okay. Yes, that is correct. I am not gonna lie. Can we hear you? Can we hear you, Denise?
Yeah, I see you guys. Hey.
Great.
Hi, girl.
Marie, you are 100% correct. I did say that. But
yes, you did.
That's because my male kicked in, and then I was corrected by the ladies, and that's why we say ex-spouses. It's because it's mutual. The ladies, these two ladies right here corrected me.
Hey, girl.
The producer corrected. So, anyway, don't start. Why somebody saying don't start none, won't be none? Whoa, Lord Jesus. Anyway, this is what I want to say.
He done started for the night to get his butt tore up.
I ain't started yet. I'm just saying that this is not about my ex-wife or their ex-husbands or ex-boyfriends. It's not about that. I did my research. I talked to my friends. I'm not going to say who they were. Well, what's up, Angela? How you doing? Angela said hello.
Hi, Angela.
And somehow I love y'all too. But T-Rex, they love me. They somebody love me. I like that. I don't know who you are, but I'll make sure you get your check. So
you done paid them off.
We would sit down there smoking cigars and having a little cocktail. Pay up, sir. And
see, I told you.
It came to life that we were talking about it. And I just asked the question. I was like, there's some in the group. I have to admit, before I start talking about the other side, in the group there was one of the fellas who did continue to aggressively attack his ex-wife's income because she made more money than him. And I said, well, why are you trying to get her money? I really wanted to know why you was trying to get her money. And it came to say that, well, I deserve it. And I didn't like that answer. What's up, Noob?
What's
Did
up,
y'all
Noob?
like that answer? That answer didn't make sense to me. I think I deserve it. No, you didn't. You didn't go to work. You didn't go to work. You didn't sacrifice what she sacrificed to make that money. No, you didn't. So my question to him was why are you continuing to badger her? And it came out really simple. Okay, he was a cheater, and she flipped the script on him and cheated too, and then told him about it. And I was like, okay.
And he couldn't take it.
He couldn't take it, you know. And that's one thing that you, if you were fellas, I can only talk to y'all because I don't know what, I'm pretty sure women do cheat, but I just have to tell you from the fellas' point of view. Hey, Texas.
I Texas.
I just want y'all to know, if y'all out there doing your thing out there, don't be mad at the old girl start doing her thing. You know, you ain't taking care of home, somebody do. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing? So that's what I want to say. So we was talking, and I just didn't understand why we just say ex-spouses always want to try to take money from the current spouse, even if he made money. And then one cat said his wife took him back to court after he got a raise to get more money. And I thought, ain't that illegal? I don't know. Do y'all know that? Have y'all ever experienced that?
Now I know they do it for child support.
Yeah, I understand.
No.
So he didn't say child support. Maybe that's what he meant.
Yeah.
I didn't think they could do it for income just because he got a raise at his job.
Yeah, I don't think I know. I know they do it for child support there, but I don't know about that because I don't know if Tennessee law is even like that or not. Because I know I didn't get no spousal support.
They sure give it to him out here.
I barely got child support, and then they had to make him pay it. So
now that's one thing I don't understand. That's your child. That's your child. Pay. You know, I just put it like this. I got allotment. I don't even want to think about it. I just give it allotment out. That way I don't have to worry if I did or not. It's out there, it's gone, that's it. So that's how I do it. I don't sit back and be thinking, oh, I can't pay this. Now take it out before I get it. Take it right out of my check. And then I ain't gotta worry about it.
yeah, but then you have those that don't that will quit their job or go find another job just so that they don't have to pay it. Oh,
child support.
Somebody said, I quit my job to take care of our kids. And after we divorced, we still had 2 kids left in the house. I feel my ex should pay spousal support.
Well,
she quit her job. That was her job, taking care of the house and home. So she deserves, she should get paid.
She should. But my biggest question to her is, did he offer to help pay child care? That's a good thing. I mean, if he helped to pay the child care, then you could continue to work. I don't know.
But I don't know. But you got to realize, Terry, some of these places, all they working is to pay for child care. And if they had 4 kids, can you imagine how much child care it's going to be?
But you're splitting it. But she still got her income.
It's not always.
Who can say how much?
It's not always been cut and dry.
Oh, okay.
It's not always cut and dry. There's many layers.
Okay, but
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. She might not have been. Her job might not have been paying enough to even pay for the child care. It was probably cheaper for her to stay at home to raise the kids, take care of the kids herself, than to work.
Well, she said
he was fine with her when they were married, not working. When they were married, he was fine when she was not working.
Well, now that's different. That's different. He should have to pay child support and alimony.
Exactly, and that's what she said. That's what she was getting at.
Yes.
Exactly, Marie. They said T-Rex had no income, and they said exactly, Marie.
And I agree with you. If he didn't have a problem with you staying at home, and then you stayed at home, and you taking care of the kids, and you still got your bills, you still got a mortgage or rent or something like that, and groceries and all that. So yeah, he need to pay both. He need to pay both. Simple. I'm not going to disagree with you. I agree with you 100%. 100%. I think in the conversation, Marie went away. Some of the fellas was upset because they had to give money, and I was like, well, why are you upset because you got to give money away? First of all, you shouldn't have been doing all the other stuff. Okay, here you go. Okay,
before those papers are signed, Terry, you guys can argue the spousal then. not when the other person's remarries.
Yeah, and see, that's what a lot of them think. They think just because they remarried, they ain't supposed to take care of what they left behind.
Right,
Well,
right.
Now, hold on. They're not supposed to take care of the wife. If they remarry, are we talking about the wife remarrying?
Oh, I'm talking about the husband getting remarried. Which
Oh,
one is it?
You still pay your alimony. If she gets remarried, you don't have to pay alimony. But
you still pay child support.
Huh?
But yeah,
And
you
still pay
child
child
support.
Child support's period. That's if she remarries or whatever, he still has to pay his child support. But
Right.
I'm saying if she got remarried, then he shouldn't have to pay spousal support because she has a new spouse. That's how it works in California, you know. And that's why I hear some of them don't get married. They live with somebody else, so they don't do that. And I think that's wrong. If you love the guy and you're gonna live with him, marry him. Okay. Should you argue spousal support before signing? I think you should talk about spousal support before you sign.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, sign divorce papers. It should be put. I mean, if that's the case, it should be put in the paperwork.
It is put in the paperwork.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It should be put in the paperwork. How much? Well, I mean, if you don't want to pay after if she remarries, then put it in there.
Yeah, it's in there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Or the fact that what was that you were saying about one guy said she took him back to court because he got a raise? Yeah. Okay, put that in there. You get this amount no matter what happens down the road. That's what they should put in the paperwork.
They said you don't pay spousal if the person remarries.
Exactly. Right. You shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have to pay the person remarried.
That's not your responsibility anymore. If she remarries, it's not. If she remarries, it's not the other. That is the ex's responsibility.
And I do want to flip the script. Some of the fellas do that same crack too. Quit day jobs if they get support of the children, and they want spousal support and child support. And maybe
do they have full custody of the kids?
Yeah.
Do they have full custody of the kids? Okay, then they deserve.
The guys didn't say that he did, but he said he knew somebody had did this. And so I said, well, that's right. You should do that. If you are taking care of the kids, it should be even Steven. But now if she comes back later or he gets a job and they want to split it, then they should split it.
They said, T-Rex, if you remarry, that's your prerogative. You still have to pay the spousal until she remarries. Right.
That is correct. That's correct. We agree with you. All three of us agree with you on that one before you said it.
Yeah, that's correct.
You don't just because you get remarried don't mean she get remarried.
But some men don't think that way. They think just because they remarry, they're not supposed to take. They want to take care of the one that he left behind.
Right.
I can only say that. Okay, Jennifer said this.
Some even do it. Some even do the kids that way.
Many ex-spouses. This is what Jennifer said. Many ex-spouses file for to get portions of the veteran disability payments for more child support. Unfortunately, as Jennifer already knows, you can't do that. Your disability is not part of the agreement. That's part for the serviceman. And it's not.
It says, why do men get upset about spousal support? You know what you signed before the divorce.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You should do it. I mean, you should be. The only thing I can why I won't get upset that I get to you, Jennifer. I'll get back to Jennifer. I would agree if the guy lost his job or had a reduction in pay that was not his fault, then he should renegotiate because that's what happens. If it happened that way for real, but if he just don't want to pay no more because he got a new wife or he doing whatever he's doing, then or she might be in that situation too. That's wrong. Jennifer says you can see that the Jennifer says yes, you can, Terry. I didn't think they could take. You can't go to the VA and take part of the disability. The disability from.
Yes, you can. They take this. They take out of people's disability to pay child support. Yes, they do.
That's your only income.
Yes, they do.
Not what I read in California.
Take my word
California. Maybe someplace else, but not in California. And I might want to look at that because I'm thinking about moving shit. I might want you to say I'm thinking about moving too. Some men agree to whatever terms because they just want to get divorced. Then they want their new partner,
Then they get-
and then they argue.
then they want to
I
argue.
don't argue about. I mean, like I said before, yeah, it puts a dent in your pocket, but
Yeah, but that's not what she's saying. That's not what that
yeah, she's
person
saying
is
they argue.
saying. What that person is saying that he wants a divorce so bad that he gonna agree to whatever is in that paper, sign it to get rid of her. Then when he decides he finds another partner, then he wants to argue about what he signed back then. But you was in such a big rush to get rid of that person that you signed whatever
No,
And
just
not
to get
read
rid of her.
I
and
don't
not
agree
read
with
what you
And,
sign.
and
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think you should just not be able to do that. That's what I agree to. I agree to it.
If you agree to pay
if
me
you agree to
don't
pay me
come arguing,
don't come arguing later.
That's part of being
That's
married.
part
and
of being
divorced.
married and divorced.
Why, T.
Why,
Rex?
T-Rex?
Okay, if you argue to pay me spousal support, don't argue later. That's part of being married and a divorce. Why, T-Rex? I agree. If I gave you X amount of dollars and in the paperwork, then you shouldn't come back and ask me for it, period. If I've never said I'm not giving it to you, I've never stopped sending it to you, or he never stopped sending it. We'll just say
that is not what's being said. What's being said is what was up above. They said that they want to get rid of that person so bad that they signed the paperwork. Then they find somebody else. Now they don't want to. They want to argue about it.
Well, they should argue about it
because you want to get rid of that person. You achieved that. You achieved it. You achieved what you want.
Until she gets married, she is entitled to spousal support in some states.
Okay.
Now, if it's
this one person said, if I put in 30 years, your new partner has nothing to do with my spousal support. Exactly.
That is true.
That's true.
That is true. That should be even on the thing. That shouldn't even be part of the conversation because you signed an agreement. Now, I'm not okay. I almost said my frat brother's name, but we was talking about it. He said, and I quote, that she just tries to come after him all the time so that he doesn't live a better life, and that's what's happening. And I just thought that was wrong personally. I mean, if I'm making $3,000 a month, and they say I got to give you $1,000, then I start making $4,000 a month. I don't see why you should argue because it's after the fact.
Then that person still should just get the $1,000.
That's correct because it's after the fact of the agreement. And
yeah, you signed the agreement. Both parties signed the agreement.
But some people try to take them to court and get more. And I can see more child support because you're making more than kids who live.
You're making more money. Exactly.
But I don't think you should give us if it was even me and I was getting spousal support, I wouldn't agree with that. I would try to go take more money from you because you.
Okay, my ex-husband and I agreed to keep our house and that I could live in it in exchange of spousal support. He has now remarried and want to sell the house.
See? That ain't right.
That stuff right there. That's not right.
Yeah. That ain't right.
That's not right.
Now that part, I agree with you. That's some foul crap. That's
foul.
You know, but
no, that's not right.
But okay,
we be in court fighting that. I be in court fighting that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I would too. But the thing I would say is, okay, that's fine. So
but all the money gonna come to me.
Out of your share of the house, I get
all of it comes to me.
I get my back child support. Or
spousal
whatever.
Spousal support.
Since we selling the house, I should get my money back because I was making the payments. You was making the payment. Now, was he making the payment? And she was just
apparently was the house paid for?
Oh, then I agree that's what she should get extra money.
And they've been in court 2 years now, fighting for this.
you know, hold on, let me read my nephew said. My nephew said, I tell you that getting that what I gave you before, hold on, I got it. And he or she gets remarried, it shouldn't change. Not even not a bit, it should never change. Read the bottom line. The bottom line is you ask for X amount of dollars, male or female. That's what you should get, period. You should continue to go back to court because he got a $10 raise, or I want half of that. No, he worked for that.
It said it
It-
doesn't matter who paid the mortgage. That
That was their
that
agreement.
was our agreement. It don't matter who
Exactly.
paid the mortgage. That was the
It don't
agreement.
matter. But if she sell the house, then she need to get the money. That's the way I feel about it.
Right. Because
I
that was
agree
the
with you.
exchange. What was the
Yeah.
exchange?
That was part of the agreement. That is part of the agreement, you know. And out here in California, if you sell the house, you still got to give her half, even if you make the payment until you sell it. I'm not saying that it's not, because you still have to pay rent somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Exactly.
you like it? Maybe not. But what you're gonna say? That's the way it goes. So, you know, bite the bullet and move on. And
the truth, they new wives or
you-
husbands always bring drama.
New wives, they do. I don't think so.
Woo!
I think what happens is.
Oh, wow.
I think what happens
We
is.
got a commercial.
Okay,
Got a commercial.
This is Coach Abbott, head coach of Southwest Legacy, home of the Titans, and you are watching TAN TV.
My man, look at that.
I think, you know, that is true. That is true. I don't understand
Just
why
called feelings.
when you get remarried, either the person that's remarried trying to get it reduced, or the person that's the ex is trying to get more. I think it's already set in stone what it's supposed to be. Period. It's set in stone. At that time, we had an agreement. We don't know what the future. What happens if that guy lost his job and couldn't pay? He probably had to go to jail, or that woman would have to go to jail. So I agree with him.
Kentucky don't. Kentucky
They don't
don't.
go to jail.
Nope, sure don't. They don't have to pay child support if they don't want to either.
Why?
You tell me. That's where my ex-husband is from. They didn't make it. They didn't enforce him to pay child support.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Huh.
I don't found that's my kids. You know, you don't want they living off your income. You know, even if you making a lot of money, it still say. And that's what my nephew said. In California, the wife can stay in the house until the last child graduates, and then the spouse has still pays the mortgage, and the woman get richer in California. He still pays the mortgage and the child support. The wife continues to get rich in California. That's messed up about being in California. Yeah, they just stick it. You're right, Newt. They stick it to you. Oh, here we go.
Okay. I pay my ex-husband's spousal support because I'm a lawyer and I was the breadwinner. I am now married to a man that also makes six figures, and I've held up our agreement. I also pay half the mortgage.
Mm.
Okay,
the new house or the old house? That's a good. If it's at the old house, you're a strong woman, and he needs to be thankful. Now, while you typing, I'm going to say this. When I was on recruiting duty, I'll probably say it before, we went to this guy's house to put him. He was going to the Navy, and we met the stepdad.
The old house.
Hold on.
The old house, because that was our agreement. So she
I
pays
thought she was talking
spousal
about the old
support.
house. That was their agreement.
She pays spousal support and paid half the house note.
Yeah.
That's what they agreed to.
So
That's what they agreed to.
Once again, T-Rex, stop bad mouthing women. The women are the ones handling men.
But back to my story. The two. Okay, hold on. She said he appreciates it. There you go. They get along. She said, and he appreciates it, and we get along great. That's what I was talking about.
Great.
So
my new husband has no issues.
If you stick with You shouldn't. If you stick with the agreement, if that's what you got, the agreement, stick with the
Yeah.
agreement.
There you go. Shouldn't be a
Stick
problem.
with the agreement.
It shouldn't be a problem. But like I was saying, I know we get this one. Hold on a second. I'll read that one. So these two stepdad and dad was talking, and I was like, "This the uncle?" He said, "No, this is his stepdad." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. You can communicate." And the dad said, "I ain't got a problem with him. I had a problem with my ex-wife. I don't have a problem with him." So then I went over and talked to the moms, and the mom said the same thing. "I don't have a problem with her. I have a problem with my ex-wife." But then they came together when they both got remarried, and they're a better family. And I think bypass all the other crap. Maybe they fight about money. I don't know, and I don't care. But the point of the matter is the children not only has two parents, they have four good parents. And that's what it's really all about. Even when your kid's out of the house, you know, I'm divorced, I'm remarried, and I think that my kids, I don't know if they like it or not. I hope they do. They don't talk to me about it. They still talk to me. But it's my decision. I'm grown. You can't tell a person what to do when they're grown. You don't know what's going to happen. So, but if you still pay your commitments, that's it. And I know out there that there's a lot of people, I'm not going to say women, people that get spousal support and they tell their kids that they don't. He don't do nothing for me, you know, or she don't do nothing. All she doing is riding around with her new man and blah, 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 blah. That's bull. If you really getting something, you should say something about it. Go ahead.
Okay. It said when women
Read
pay
it.
spousal to a man, there's no issues, but a man would be upset because he has to pay. Ex-spouses believe they
Ex-spouses
still
believe
own
they
you.
still owe. Yeah, that
Own you.
happens. That is true.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I was talking about when I said feelings earlier. Ex-spouses sometimes think they still own you. They do. Some of them.
Yeah.
you need
hmm
to, I don't know why. I don't know why.
But
I
they
don't know
do.
why you still own
They
your
do, though.
ex-spouse.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a little jealousy. I don't know if it's still a little jealousy in there, even though we didn't get along or whatever. We still had feelings, you know. So it could be a little jealousy. It could be frustration, you know. It could be anything.
Or the fact that they don't want you and they don't want nobody else to have you.
Right? Could
That's
be
true.
that.
I think I can't speak for other people, and I thought if I had a miserable spouse, I want them to get married so somebody else, first of all, can make that spouse make somebody else miserable than making me miserable. That's what I would think. I don't know. I don't know. Question. Here we go.
I believe that when you agree to any terms, no matter how outrageous it may sound to others, follow through.
Equestrian spousal support is just insane to me.
I mean, if you are, like I said, and I'm gonna speak about myself, I just have it taken right out of my check every month in an allotment. Now I don't know. I'm sure everybody on the screen has either been in the military, know somebody in the military. So allotment is when it comes right out of your check. You don't even see it; it goes straight to that person.
Go straight to you.
And I mean, that's me the best way because it first of all gives you a record that you can make, that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and number two.
Oh Lord, read that one, Marie.
So T-Rex, since you remarried, are you having problems with the old fam being upset? I mean, live your life, homie.
I'm not upset with my kids. Don't upset me. I don't even think I can have to.
Whoa.
I can give credit to my ex.
That ain't what they're saying. They're saying is the old family upset. That's what they're asking you.
No, I don't know. I then again, I haven't spoke to my children other than to notify them.
What about the ex-spouses?
I don't think she got a problem. She doesn't seem to have a problem with me. Marie,
I got his income tax check. That's the only way I got it. Whenever he tried to pay his income tax, that's how I got my child support.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he still calls himself a father.
No, my child really has nothing really to do with him.
Okay.
He's mad He's met his oldest grandchild one time, and he's never met the baby boy.
Praise
Now
God.
his sister has met him. His sister has been here several times for the baby boy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
But he's remarried. It's like this. I mean, he's the father of my child. I always have a place for him. I always love him. But the fact of the matter is, I'm no longer in love with him. Let him live his life. Let him do his thing, and I'm gonna do mine. But my child, but like I said, most women, you don't have to badmouth the absent parent, because they will show their own true colors.
That is true.
Yep.
They will show their own true colors.
My kids haven't spoken to me. My kids haven't spoken to me in 3.5 years since I divorced their mom. Wow.
That
part, Marie. That
part, Marie. I think that from my conversation in a little, pretty sure that's the ex saying that you're a piece of crap. I still don't understand why the ex, either male or female, is dogging the other person, the ex-spouse, to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That just don't make sense.
Well, see, with mine, I was accused. Accused of cheating when I was the one being cheated on.
Well, that's reverse psychology. They want that's all that is. Now,
no, but that's what he went and told his family and friends.
See, that's you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'll be just blunt as I can be. If your ass is out there cheating, you ain't get your spouse, male or female, ain't get what they supposed to be from you, and y'all still married, they supposed to go out there and get it too. You shouldn't say crap.
Exactly.
Don't be trying to have your cake and eat it too. And if my ex went out there and she had a little fling, that's her business. It's not my business. I don't travel back past it yesterday. So if she did something when we was married, that's in the past. It can't be changed. Why argue about it? And if she didn't, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue about it. I don't. That's just it. I don't argue about it. Okay. So
my ex-husband failed to pay his spousal support to me for over 10 years. Later on, he had to pay a lump sum and thought he did something. I suffered those 10 years. Honey, I know you did.
Right. Yeah, for 10 years.
I'm gonna speak on the men's side. I'm gonna say this. And fellas, don't be mad at me because I'm gonna say this, but if you know she needs that money, give it to her. Don't be a dick and just, I ain't giving her my money. It's not your money. It's not your money. It's not your money. If the court says you give her this amount of money, it's her money. It ain't your money. Give her her money. That's all I got to say. I think he should have had to pay more than just for 10 years. He should have had to pay interest because she suffered for those 10 years.
So for those 10 years.
That's just wrong.
Look, I mean, because spouse support might be different from child support, but if that was put in the paperwork, the divorce paperwork or whatever it was, that you're going to pay that money, then you should pay the money. Period. End of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
You got down to the agreement. But like we said, the agreement.
New wives be tripping. You know what? I don't understand. Somebody just said, T-Rex, these new wives be tripping when we have to pay
the spouse. Brought new problems in my marriage.
Now, my question is, when she's dating you, you was paying.
She should know that when she's dating you.
Exactly.
Y'all should be talking about that for y'all get married and stuff.
That should be talking about, well, I need a new car. You're not supposed to pay your spouse on child support because I need to get me a new car. No, baby, that money's already gone before we get our share.
Exactly. It should be.
You got $5. My money's already, her money's already taken out. I just got $5. We got to work with $5. If we can't work with $5, we can't be a couple. Simple.
Somebody said, I say sell all properties, pay your shit, and move away and get the HE double hockey sticks away.
Well, yeah. I
$2.50. Pay me. $2.50. Pay me.
If it's only $2.50, pay me.
T-Rex. She want her half, her $2.50.
They got five. I got 5 on it. Got 5 on it. I got 5 on it.
That was a good one. I want my $2.50.
Bell, cash out, paper airplane, get my $2.50.
I said earlier, when I said the $5, I said I'll pay her first, and if I have $5 left over, me and the new
I won't have.
I won't have.
Or husband, whoever you marry, whatever sex you like.
I got 5 on it.
I won't have.
I want my $2.50.
I got 5 on it.
But you still ain't here. I paid you already. I only had $5 left over after I paid you. I'm not gonna send you 2 more 50. If I already paid you, I'm not sending you $2.50. I'm letting you know.
Give me a kids meal.
Give me a kids meal.
What you get a kids meal for $2.50?
Oh Lord, give me a Happy Meal.
Happy Meal.
First of all, I agree with anybody. If you spend the new home they want.
They want the whole 5. They want the whole D $5.
My new homie wants the whole. That's wrong. That's wrong. I don't care if like that lawyer, she made more money than her husband, and they got divorced. He should come back after her for more money because he ain't doing what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to take his butt to work too, not sit at home and say, "Oh, pay me more because I can't work." No, take your ass to work. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't be hating on somebody. And I'm glad that they have a great situation because it should be like that all the time. It shouldn't be where you.
Are you talking about the attorney that said she paid?
Yeah, she said and have the old house's mortgage.
Yeah, she said he was appreciative. She said,
I would be appreciative. Matter of fact, I'd have went to their wedding and gave him a good ass gift.
Oh my God! Look, this must be one of the wives. He said, "See, that's how Negroes be in jail. Cause now I got to go cut the X. Laugh out loud."
Oh Lord, gonna cut somebody.
She gonna cut the X.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah, but cutting the X means that the paperwork was already done. He's the new the spouse. I ain't gonna say male or female because we don't know if it was male or if it's a female because they said X.
That is true.
But the thing of it is, when they divorced, it was in the paperwork that your spouse had to pay his ex-spouse that money.
Just pay it.
He signed the paperwork.
You the one responsible. If your new wife don't like it or new husband don't like it, then don't get married.
That's something y'all need to be talking about anyway before you get married.
Before you get married, exactly.
Right. It should be. It should be because if you
and if it's not gonna work out, then we don't need to be getting married if it ain't gonna work.
Oh, somebody missed one payment. Hold on. I missed one payment on my spousal support to my ex-wife, and the witch used the B word. All right, I'll say bitch. And you file a court papers then for because you couldn't pay all of it at one time. Now that's crazy. Then they make you pay court fees, her attorney fees. Why?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say you gotta pay your next month?
She ain't playing, honey. She said one damn payment, homie. She wasn't playing, honey. She said, "No, you ain't missing a payment."
Yeah, she don't. But think of it, she didn't want you to get in the pattern. You missed one this month.
Yeah, but if that was just one thing,
you missed one payment this month. Then 2 or 3 months later, you missed two months in a row.
Yeah, me and Kelly would drain you dry. But damn.
Lord. Shit, I wish I'd have got one of them. I could drain right now. I'm just playing. No.
Oh,
You would say that respectfully, Miss Marie.
say what? What?
All
What
I
would I
can
need
say-
to say respectfully?
All I
About
can say,
getting in the pattern.
No, there it
About
would
getting in
be.
the pattern.
They
you
missed
think-
one.
Okay, now wait a minute, Marie. Let me make a request for somebody to say something. So we're divorced. I missed a payment because I was sick and couldn't go to work or something stupid like that. And I called you, say, hey, look,
Let me know.
I give you a half. No?
Let me know.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't let me drive. Don't me. I mean, let me know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
But
it
ain't gonna be no pattern.
don't be
You'll
ghosting
slide one
somebody.
time.
Yeah, don't be ghosting.
It would be slide. You slide one time, and they do ghost
They
you.
ghost you. Be trying to hunt you
They
down.
ghost you.
Where my money? No.
10 toes up is better than paying that damn support and clear her damn mouth. I mean, shut.
Shit.
We ain't married no more.
I mean, shit, we ain't married no
Damn
more.
mouth, and we shouldn't, and we ain't married anymore. Well, shit, that's what he said.
Wait a minute. Sometimes 10 toes up
Sometimes
is
they
better
got-
He
than
said we
paying
ain't
that
married. We
damn
said,
support.
shit, we ain't married no more.
You ain't married no more.
So what you killing her?
He
What's
said
10 toes up mean?
down
If
is
you
up
10
better
toes
than
down, you
paying.
dead. 10 times up, you're alive.
10 toes down. He said she better dead. He said she better dead than paying because they ain't married no more.
It's being
Tell her,
paid
Miss
for.
Marie.
It's better.
I ain't going to jail.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
thought.
pay mine. I ain't going to jail.
Killing her, Miss Marie. Killing her, Miss Marie.
And the thing of it is, do you not realize you're gonna be the first person they look into?
Yeah. Dang.
Mm-mm.
He's really upset. 10 toes down. Damn.
If she, he said 10 toes up is better than 10 toes down. Because 10 toes down
10
means you
toes up is
I mean,
better.
10 toes up.
10 toes up better than paying
10 toes up
that
means you
support
dead, right?
and hearing
10
her
toes
mouth.
down means you standing up. Right?
I like
10 toes
my
down.
ass. That's the only reason why. I ain't took her out and she's still fine.
Fine. 10 toes up means you're laying in the
Laying in the
casket.
casket.
Yeah, but he said he rather
I
have her dead and hear her mouth. And he said, shit, they ain't married no more,
Yeah.
so it don't matter. That's what he's saying.
Mhm.
Here's a commercial. I'll be right back. That was a good one, Doug.
Hey y'all, it's Key to another level. Today I just finished a tough game in the 8th grade division playing SA Future. We won by 20. Finished out strong, and that's pretty much it. And you're watching on TAN TV.
The only thing I can say about spousal support, we're not going to talk about child support because child support is cut and dry. When they turn 18, you don't have to pay. Now, if they go to college, I still think you should kick in because that's your child and your child is in college trying to better him or herself. So you need to pay for that. If you still got that agreement, pay for it. But as far as spousal support, if it's safe for 10 years, then you just have to suck it up for 10 years. If it's like me in the military, it's for life. Only thing you can hope for is that she remarries. And if she doesn't remarry, that's a bill you pay till you check out, brother. Till you check out.
That these exes never ever become exes because you're still dealing with their behinds.
Their ass.
I don't know. They're behind their ass. I think that's true, but I think you should, no matter what, if either way it goes, you should be civil. If not for the money, but for sure if you have children, so you can talk.
Especially if you got children. Especially if you got kids.
My thing of it is, if you have it just coming right out, you don't have to see her. You don't have to do anything with that individual, that spouse, male or female, your ex. If it's just coming directly out of your check and going straight to them, how are you having to deal with them?
Right. You should have nothing.
Now, if
Somebody
you're
said-
dealing with them, that is your choice because there's all kind of ways where you don't even have to see
Don't
them
even answer the phone.
Right.
to pay that support.
Somebody said, I don't understand the exes that still decide to live together. Now, that's a good question right there. That's one good question.
That is a good question right there.
Before we go to the next question, I can understand
What's up with that?
I don't know if y'all remember, I got really sick, and my ex came back home to take care of me, and I still pay my alimony. I still pay my alimony, but my ex was still there to take care of me, and I love her to death for that. So yeah. But as far as still living together, no, I don't think you should live together forever. I just don't think you should live together.
Yeah, I don't see that myself. I mean, y'all exes. Now, your situation is different, but I know some guys that they were married and still living in the same house with their ex-wives. I don't see that.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Don't see that. How you think?
Maybe they just boyfriend and girlfriend.
I don't know. Well, then they should have just stayed married. What's the difference? They still together.
Maybe they ain't sleeping in bed together.
Oh, bullshit. No, I don't have no problem. No, I don't have no problem with my exes. Because when they ex, they ex.
Straight up gangster. Michelle said hi, yo.
I'm straight up gangster. I don't have no problem with exes.
Well, I agree with that. Somebody said spousal support, child support is different.
That's probably why.
Yeah,
that's probably why I'm
different. I mean, nobody should even have to make anybody pay for their child. They shouldn't have to be made to take care of their child.
They should take it to themselves. That's my favorite quote, Denise. Bullshit. So, your girl Michelle said, I forgot who my ex was after 24 years.
Oh, mine sent me a friend request on Facebook.
Oh my!
I mean, if you got kids,
he's trying to be nosy. He's trying to be nosy.
Well,
I added him.
Yeah, he's trying to be nosy.
Kids, he should see the grandkids and the kids and see how they doing. And if he's
friends with his daughter. He's friends with his daughter. He can see it. He got her number if he wanted it.
Now,
if he wants to talk to see what's going on with his grandkids or his daughter. But does he use it?
No.
You already know, sissy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I do.
I can't see why they do that. Oh, here we go.
Marie.
Now, how the hell are you paying alimony and she living with you? That's what in-home care is for. That's just an excuse. Marie knows they can get that in-home care.
Wow.
No, it was no hanky panky. No hanky panky.
The old T-Rex, they said you ain't getting beat up enough and told you to stop lying.
Stop lying. That's right. Stop lying.
No,
so she came home. So hold on. Wait a minute. Back it up. So she came home because you were sick and stayed with you. And y'all was still living together until you got married?
Yeah. Wait a minute. First of all, hold on.
In-home care, homie. In-home care, homie.
She cared me for 3 years. Denise, y'all saw me. I went through some crap for 3 years. She was there for me, and I'm not angry at her. And if like I said, when she said sell the house, I'm gonna sell the house, and I'll pay the bills. Like the agreement that we had for her to come back is for me to pay her and pay the bills in the house, and I still do it.
Why is she still there?
Because we one of our other children moved back in the house and they won't be able to leave until October. So she said she wanted to wait. Then we'll sell the house in October.
T-Rex in home care.
Home care. Home
Well,
health.
not had some. You know, I could have got it, but I went to the
Look.
VA. They treated me so bad. I didn't want it. It's not an
You
excuse.
see?
It's not an excuse. Terry telling me,
Hey, I'm gonna say VA should have took care of you.
Jennifer said, Terry, tell them you're married to me and you still live with you, and I know where there's no hanky panky. She knows there's no hanky panky. She talked to my ex. There's no hanky panky. You know, there's no hanky panky. Why can't you be civil and help? And if somebody helped you out, why can't you do the right thing? I don't understand people. I mean, I was really, if y'all remember me, I would look like, if y'all saw me, you know it was me. So here we go.
So you better not be using the grandkids.
Only God knows.
I'm just telling you. But that's my life. You know, and like I said, Lord bless me.
Just go out there, T-Rex. Just go.
Just get out there.
Just go.
Why do you gotta be? Why fellas? Why you gotta be mean? Why are you worried about if you doing something that's right? You know, that's right.
Just go out there, T-Rex.
What's up, cuz? How you doing, Kevin?
They
said,
say they
damn,
keep
T-Rex.
still using you, homie.
Well, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say that. I still see my grandkids when I go home. So, you know, when I go back to the house and do whatever I got to do, and then I come back to Jennifer's. And I just want y'all to know that that's just part of the agreement. And I honor my agreements. That's what a man does. I don't give a crap if it's wrong or right. If a man say he's going to do something, he should do it. And I honor that agreement. And I still do what I do because I'm a grown-ass man. And I want my children to know that I'll still respect their mama, even though I'm not married to her. And I want to make sure that she's getting what she needs to make sure that she's okay when she moves out the house. That's simple as that. So any man out there who thinks that because you're giving your money to a woman, then that's crazy. You should take care of her.
Wait a damn minute. Hold the damn mayo.
The hell? T-Rex is remarried. I'm done.
I'm done. We're done.
They've been on the show for a minute.
I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Hold the mayo.
It happens.
We were running with the prostitutes.
I didn't roll. Y'all just don't let nothing go. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all know what y'all say. I don't care. Damn on credit score. She do got a good credit score, but I want to let y'all know that. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the cat's out the bag now.
Yeah, she got a good credit score. I'm gonna let you know. I love Michelle. I want y'all to know I love Michelle. She said, "You go, T-Rex. I got your back on this one." Now.
They said I better watch the show more often.
Yeah. You ain't watched it in a while because that's been a minute.
It's been a while.
A long minute ago. Ooh, it was
back in May, wasn't it?
It was May. Yeah, it was
May. All the time. But you know what? You know, like I said before, when I was talking to those guys about spousal support and all that, I just think that it's if you can't afford it.
Oh no. Woo. Of course you love Michelle. She supports your ass.
Talk to Michelle. Michelle's dating all that crap.
Support Donald. Like they like
Michelle. She supports your ass just like the damn Republicans support Donald.
T-Rump.
She's laughing, sissy. She said, "Laughing, sissy, laughing out loud." Oh Lord.
Now, homie, not the grandkids.
Damn, homie, not the grandkids.
You using the grandkids as an excuse to go to the house. That's what they saying.
Escape.
No, that's not true. I go to the house to do repairs. I try to do my own repairs, save a couple $, and to get the house ready to do something.
He's a handyman. Handyman.
No matter how much money I make, I'm so is. I try to fix it. If I mess it up, then I pay somebody to fix it.
I was the cleanup man. Is the one, you know, not the cleanup woman.
Man,
The cleanup man.
I don't think T-Rex chick clued in on what?
I don't care.
I don't think T-Rex
The home care. He didn't clue in on the home care, they said.
got clued in on home care. Okay.
Yeah.
But the VA should have. The VA would have told him about it. Or he could have. In all honesty, you could have went to a rehab center.
I could have.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't.
And got excellent care.
I got excellent care.
Oh, wow, y'all killing me.
I'm talking to y'all. I'm going to talk to Michelle. Michelle said, I tried T-Rex. I tried. Laugh out loud.
I'm going to start using my health.
I'm going to start using my health on grandkids to see my ex.
Dang.
Okay. Jennifer said.
Was the cleanup woman? It's the woman you knew.
This is what Jennifer said. Jennifer said,
Michelle might be the homie.
I know there's no hanky-panky going on now. There you go.
Michelle might be the homie.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. That's why I love you. And Michelle said, Michelle, be right to the
Side
homie.
chick.
T-Rex always put his foot in his mouth.
I don't put my foot in my mouth. I just think that people still have the same perception of what I want.
Insert open mouth, insert foot.
I think that y'all should watch the show more often and understand and get caught up in things. Because that old guy that y'all knew ain't that what they say, Lord have mercy, what they say. Oh, put my foot in my mouth. I'm just saying, y'all should watch the show more often. I get crap all the time. These ladies will tell you all the time.
Yeah, that's it. T-Rex always put his foot in his mouth.
Okay, here you go. Somebody
Okay,
said,
Jennifer, don't let us get on you now because we like you at the moment. I like strong women like Jennifer.
That's what they say. It won't open up for me
What
no
we
more.
gonna do when it comes for you?
Yep.
What you do for Ian? Who said that? Denise, this only y'all get me. I'm just telling you the truth, man. I'm not afraid to tell the truth.
Maria needs to get him.
And I understand most of y'all's impression of me. I was a bad young man and an older man, and sometimes you just change. 3 years, almost dying. That make your ass change.
I told you I got 5 on it.
Hey, T-Rex, they said you be hating on women besides the ex and Jennifer.
No, I don't hate on women. No. I did not say.
And Michelle. He don't hate on Michelle.
I don't hate on women, period. I don't hate on women, period. And the reason why I say that is because of my past. I did a lot of bad things to women, not physically. Well, if I physically, I'm not going to leave that because I get myself in trouble saying shit like that. But I don't think that men should mistreat women when it comes to paying their spousal support or the child support. If you are man enough to make an agreement, you're man enough to pay it. And if she never gets you married, you continue to pay it. That is part of your bill. That's like paying your mortgage. If you pay your mortgage until you pay it off, if you never pay it off, you refinance, you're still paying that mortgage, you send that money in. That's how.
And women, same thing. Women. Yeah. You signed that paper to get that certain amount of money. You was happy with it when you signed that paper.
Yeah.
You was happy with it.
They said,
don't go changing the rules just because You think it'll hurt him if you take more money from him? I mean,
Since Maria
I
and you
think
seem like
Yeah.
you seem
No,
like
I didn't
strong
come
black
off a little
women.
soft. Somebody said I came
It-
off a little softy first, but you recovered. No, I wasn't. I think women. No, let's get something straight.
it doesn't matter,
know
male or
women need-
female. Don't go back
If
on
I
the
get 250,
agreement.
I'm still
If
trying to
you're
get my
receiving or
250.
giving it,
Okay, I'll send you a
if you're
$2
receiving or giving it,
Huh?
I'm
stick
just
with the
trying to figure
agreement.
out what my 250 is. Just say
Just saying.
All I got
that's
to
everything
say
with
is,
250.
all I got to say is, first of all, you signed those papers saying that that's what you was gonna do, and that's it.
Exactly.
Somebody
Whether
said,
you
see, now
giving
that's
the
why I like
money, whether you giving the money or you're receiving the money, you both signed the agreement.
there you
You
go.
both agreed on that amount. Stick with it.
And if you marry somebody or dating somebody seriously, decide to move in, you should disclose your financial situation so that person knows that. Because the worst thing can
And
happen
that
to
way you
anybody,
want
male or female,
male or
if you get
female.
into a relationship and you move in together and you can't pitch in because you saying I can't do this because I have to give her. So you should do that before you moved in. You should kept your butt in that little apartment you was in and keep on seeing her. But that's it.
Thank
So,
you. You have to watch again.
you need to
They
watch
said
it
this is an
again.
amazing show.
Thank you.
She said
Come
you
back
guys
next
crack me
week.
up.
Come back next week.
Yeah, come back again, girl.
I'm
It
sure
gets hotter than this, honey. It gets hot as fish grease. It gets hot as fish grease on here.
I'm sure my seat's still gonna be hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same time.
And on the
Same time and day.
That's it. Same time, same day. There you go. There you go. We here. And I get beat up on a regular basis, but I ain't afraid. I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. You know, that's why I got. Do you think did y'all get me trouble with these two ladies here? When we go offset, I still get it from them. Especially that one with the red hair. I've been knowing her forever. So she knew me when I was a young man. She witnessed.
When he was a big
Huh? What'd you say? What you say? What you say?
And don't worry, I pay my spousal and child support.
When he was a big-
Michelle said he likes me. Laugh out loud tonight. Michelle, I always like you. Even when you get on me too, just like them two on the screen, you get on me too. I still love them too. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing love for you. That's all I got for you. You know.
Nothing but love. Nothing but
It
love.
says I don't want to pay my spot.
It says that don't worry. Don't worry, I pay my support.
I
Spousal
pay
and
my
child
support.
support.
You should, and I'm proud of you. You should. You should.
We got 10 more minutes.
10
Yeah, honey, I'm proud of
glad
you.
you do.
Yeah,
I'm
because there's
glad
so
you
many
do,
that
because
don't.
That's me.
There's so many that don't.
I give you your flowers. I give you your praise for doing what no one has to make you do.
I don't think you should have to be made.
That's
to do
right.
it. I mean, if you had a written agreement and you didn't go to court and you still written it down on paper and got it signed, never went to court, you still should follow that agreement because that's an agreement. And that's what's wrong with these people today. Men and women. If you make an agreement, don't change the agreement. Live with that agreement. You knew what you signed for back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Live with it.
Stick with
Stay
it.
with it.
Oh my God.
T-Rex, they using you,
They still
homie.
talk about using
Grandkids now.
That's okay.
She like that
Free
mortgage.
I don't
There's something there.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I think she just likes being in her house. It was her name's on the house, as they say in California, so it's her house too. And she left the house. If you want to know, she left the house for about 3 years, and then she came back to take care of me. So yeah, she left the house. She was doing her own thing. She stopped doing her own thing to come back to take care of me.
That's the movie. That's what is the movie, Tyler Perry?
Diary of a
Bad black woman.
No, Diary of
Angry Black Woman.
Angry black woman. Yeah.
No, she wasn't angry. She's not angry. She's not angry. Well, I ain't dead yet.
Yeah,
But the way you said
but
the
she did
scenario that
came
she
back
left
to
and
the
came back,
house
that's like the
to
woman
take
did in
care
the
of
movie
her
of
husband,
her husband.
her ex-husband, because they were divorced.
Well,
Yeah, they were.
They were
I'm
divorced,
still alive,
and she didn't want nothing from him.
Hmm.
She didn't want nothing from
and I
him.
agree. You know, but that's what you do. I mean,
Cold water. They said the cold water.
Good money.
See, cold water thrown.
that's wrong, y'all.
That's
It's
it.
not.
In that bathtub, in that cold water.
No. Let's get something straight now.
I did. Did y'all not do that challenge they did all them several years ago? The cold water
No,
challenge.
I didn't do the cold water challenge.
Yeah,
I
y'all
did it.
did. I know y'all did.
Yeah,
I
What's
saw
the
y'all.
cold
Yeah,
water
y'all did
challenge?
it.
Before
Yeah,
we
we
go,
did
what
it.
is it?
it's where you challenge somebody else to do the challenge, and you're raising money for like a nonprofit organization.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We wouldn't be paying.
Yeah, somebody
We
did it for
wouldn't be paying
ALS.
nothing.
ALS.
Somebody
I
did it for
don't deal with
ALS.
cold water. Period. I was on a submarine. We had to take cold showers.
Well,
I'm gonna let you know that was a quick shower.
your frozen, your bald head would have
That
been
was a quick
froze.
shower.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Yep.
Froze to the bone.
I saw you supposed to put your face in cold water for a couple of hours, 3 times a week, for a couple of minutes. I'm sorry.
Pour it,
can't
pour
do
it,
that.
pour it.
I can't do that.
Pour it, pour it, pour it.
Y'all
Pour
better
it,
than
pour it,
me.
pour
I
it.
get
Boy,
no
Terry,
cold
somebody really wants that cold water on you.
If I had to get a cold water
Yeah, they
shower,
want to pour it. They said
I
pour
got
it, pour
24
it,
hour
pour it.
fitness. I go take a shower before I can get the cold water. I'm letting you know. I pay my bills. I ain't getting no cold water. No. All right, y'all. Let's
Put Terry on the plate.
put it on the plank.
Oh, you on power ship now, Terry. You gotta walk the plank.
Walk the plank.
So I'm just letting you know I am not getting in no cold water. I don't like cold water at all. All right, y'all. We better say our goodbyes. Before I say that, let the ladies say goodbye. Please stop next week. I'm sure we're gonna have another hot topic. Stop by, give us y'all whatever you give us. Let us so that we know the
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here we go.
Terry, you too grown to believe in grandkids shenanigans.
What is grandkids shenanigans?
Woo.
Love you.
Love y'all.
What's
Love you
grandkids
too.
shenanigans? We'll talk about that out.
Use the grandkids.
I don't use my
Using the grandkids.
Using grandkids to get over to the house.
Yeah.
I don't use my grandkids. A house is an investment. You got to keep it up. You don't keep it up, you don't get that money out of it.
Yeah. Being the handyman, the candy handyman.
Yeah.
It's better to send
Candyman.
somebody else.
Handyman.
Anyway, thank you. We love you too. Get ready to go.
Texas, Houston, Vegas, Cali.
Arizona, San
San
Francisco.
Francisco. What's
Thank you.
What's SAC? Sacramento?
Sacramento, yeah, Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching us.
Come back and watch us. Thanks for watching TAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel of global reach. You watch.
Thanks for ripping Terry a new butthole.
Waynesville and Missouri High.
Waynesville, Missouri. Hi.
And Marie, the traveling nurse. See y'all next week. Take us away, producer. Bye-bye.
Bye. Be safe. Take care.
We love
Bless
you.
Love you. Come back and take care.